Okay, we can start the next part of the simple compound complex. Okay. That means four rules we learned today. And we have seen what is simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. And four ways. Okay, that see the fifth type, that will be condition. After that, the condition is a very, very vast area really. When we learn that condition part, we can answer many kinds of questions in the examinations. See this one, condition. That is, there are two kinds of conditions. They are if and unless. Negative condition means if. Positive condition is if. Negative condition is unless. Okay. If condition is positive, negative part is unless. We can see the if first. As for a simple compound complex, how we can deal with the if, that we are going to see the first part. See this one, in simple sentence, when we use condition, we can use in case of, in the event of, as the phrases. What can be used in case of and in the event of. These both can be used for condition part in phrases, that is in simple sentence. In complex sentence, we can use if as it is, and in compound sentence, and should be used. What should be used? And should be used. See this one, in the event of your working hard, you will score very good marks. That is the first sentence. In the event of your working hard, you will score very good marks. Like that it is given. See what is the main clause in the sentences? You will score very good marks. See all the sentences we can find that you will score very good marks. That part is the main clause. Everywhere this part is the main clause. Okay, you will score very good marks. Here also you will score very good marks. We will not change that main clause part, and the other part we are going to change as phrase or subordinate clause or main clause itself. See, in the event of working hard, this is a phrase part, because in the event of the phrase is used. See, we have seen that in the event of, in case of, these are the two phrases used in the simple sentence. The next one, if you worked hard, if is used. I told you in complex sentence what can be used, if can be used. If you work hard, you will score very good marks. In next one, work hard and you will score very good mark. See here we can see that we used the sentence in imperative form. This is not a statement. In complex sentence, when we use if clause, in compound sentence we can use imperative form, and will be the coordinating conjunction. Imperative sentence will be used. Imperative sentence can be used. That will be in the form of imperative sentence. What is the speciality of imperative sentence? Yes, imperative sentence will start with a verb. That is the speciality. Okay, that will be command, order, request. Etc. So do it fast. Come here. See those sentences. Those sentences will start with a verb. When we use a verb to start a sentence, that can be an imperative sentence. Okay, if there is a verb in the beginning of a sentence, that can be an imperative sentence if it is a main clause. Okay, so work hard and you will score very good marks. What we discussed here, we discussed if clause, how to change if conditions, in simple or compound and complex forms, that we discussed here. When we use, for this purpose, we use two phrases in simple sentence. We use two phrases, that is in case of or in the event of. What are the two phrases? In case of or in the event of. In case of or in the event of. In complex sentence, we can use if. In compound sentence, we can use and. Okay, in compound sentence, we can use and. In complex sentence, we can use if. See this sentence, we can see that in the event of your working hard, if you work hard, that you will be changed as your. You will be changed as your in where? In the simple sentence, you will be changed as your. In the event of your working hard, you will score very good marks. In the event of your working hard, you will score very good marks. See here, this is a simple sentence. In the event of is used. In the event of is used. Then what is, if you work hard, you will score very good marks. If you work hard, you will score very good marks. If is used. If is used. Then work hard and you will score. That is imperative for it, and it is a compound. We can see this part. See, in case of your walking fast, you will reach the station in time. In case of your walking fast, you will reach the station on time. What is the main clause here? What is the main clause here? Yes, that is you will reach the station time is the main clause. Okay. Then what will be the phrase part? In case of your walking fast. So what kind of sentence it is? This is really a simple sentence. This is a simple sentence because what is the phrase used here? In case of your walking fast. So this is a simple sentence. When we change this sentence into a complex sentence, what should be used? If should be used. If you walk fast. What is the sentence then? If you walk fast, you will reach the station in time. Okay. Then in that is if is used there. And when you write this into compound sentence, when you write this into compound sentence instead of if, but how will you write this? And should be used, and it should be in it should be in imperative form. See the verb, that is walk only. The verb is walk. Then here what will be written? Walk fast. What you will write? Walk fast and you will reach the station in time. Walk fast and you will reach the station in time. This is the first sentence we changed into simple, compound and complex. Given sentence was in simple form. We changed that into complex and compound forms. See the next one. Next one, that is, if you play well, you will win the match. If you play well, you will win the match. See what kind of sentence, what is the sentence? What sentence is given? Simple or compound or complex? What is given? Okay, if is used, that is, if is used, so it is a complex sentence. If you play well. What is the main clause here? Yes, this is the main clause. What is the main clause? You will win the match is the main clause. You have to change the first part, that is subordinate clause part, into a phrase to make a simple sentence. First, this part only we want to change into a phrase to make a simple sentence. So, if you play well, instead of if, what is the phrase we learned? In case of, in case of, in case of, they will be changed it to playing. You only the subject. So we wrote, in case of you are playing well, you will win the match. In case of you are playing well, you will win the match. Then when we go to the compound sentence, when we go to the compound sentence, what is the verb here? Play. Then we will write a play well, and you will win the match. Play well and you will win the match. That is the sentence. This is the second example we have completed. Come to the third one. Run 2 miles a day and you will reduce your weight. Run 2 miles a day and you will reduce your weight. And what is the sentence? The sentence starts with a verb. The sentence starts with a verb. So we can see that this is an imperative sentence and the conjunction used in the sentence is and. So this sentence is a compound sentence. This sentence is a compound sentence. We are going to change. See, both are main clauses and which clause we will not change it. This second clause we will leave as it is. And we are going to change the first part of the sentence, that is the first main clause in the form of an imperative sentence. That part alone we are going to change as a phrase as well as a subordinate clause. Okay, then it can be changed into a simple sentence as well as a complex sentence. So this one, run 2 miles a day. In case of running 2 miles a day, in case of running 2 miles a day, or in the event of, we can write in case of or in the event of. Any one of the two phrases we can use. Okay, in case of or in the event of, you only the subject. So in the event of your run 2 miles a day, you will reduce your weight. In case of your running 2 miles a day, you will reduce your weight. Next, you wanted to change the same sentence into a complex sentence. Okay, you want to change the same sentence into a complex sentence. That means complex sentence means we have to write using if. We have to write using if. If you run 2 miles, you will reduce weight. If you run 2 miles a day, you will reduce your weight. That way only we can write, and this is very nice. Okay. The next one, see the fourth question. If you avoid laziness, you will become a successful person. If you avoid laziness, you will become a successful person. What kind of sentence it is? Whether it is a simple or complex or compound? Yes, if is used. So it is a complex sentence. So what is the main clause in the sentence? You will become a successful person is the main clause. And this part is a subordinate clause. This part is a main clause. Which part we are going to change? Only we are going to change. We will retain the main clause as it is. We are going to change the subordinate clause only. So we can go to the how to change the subordinate clause. First, that is subordinate clause part we are going to change as a phrase. Then we get a simple sentence. If you avoid laziness, instead of in case of avoid will be changed to avoiding. In case of your avoiding laziness, you will become a successful person. In case of your avoiding laziness, okay, you will become a successful person. Instead of in case of, what we can write? In the event of, your avoiding laziness, you will become a successful person. Both answers are correct. Okay, then this is simple sentence is ready, complex sentence is ready. We are going to see how we will write the it is very easy and it can be used. And what is the verb? With that verb only you need to start. So we will start with avoid laziness. Avoid laziness, and to add this and will become a successful person. Avoid laziness and you will become a successful person. That's all. This exercise part. Okay. Then next you see once again we can find one. That means in case of your work walking fast, you will reach the station in time. This is a simple sentence. In order to make the sentence into a complex one, we use the if. If you walk fast, you will reach the station in time. And when we want to change this sentence into a compound sentence, we used walk fast and you will reach the station on time. See the second sentence, if you play well, you will win the match. That sentence is in complex form. In order to change that sentence into a simple form, you need to write in case of or in the event of. So we wrote in the event of playing well, you will win the match. In case of your should be there. In the event of your playing well, or in case of your playing well, you will win the match. When you change the sentence into a compound sentence, play well and you will win the match is the answer. Run 2 miles a day and you will reduce your weight. This is a compound sentence because it is started with a verb and the conjunction and is used in the middle. So we can confirm that this is a compound sentence. We can change the sentence into a symbol by using in case of and in the event of. Then your should be added as the subject given is you. So in case of your running 2 miles a day, you will reduce your weight, or in the event of your running 2 miles a day, you will reduce your weight is the answer. Then come to complex sentence. We have to write using if. If you run 2 miles a day, you will reduce your weight and we can reduce. That is the complex form. Then come to the next example that also given in complex form. If you avoid laziness, you will become a successful person. That is a complex sentence as we use if. If you avoid laziness is an incomplete part. That is why that if is considered as subordinating conjunction. Okay, subordinating conjunction is used in subordinate clause. Subordinate clause depends upon the main clause. Okay, that if you avoid laziness will not give you complete meaning. So it depends upon you will become a successful person. So it is subordinate clause. First one is if you avoid laziness is subordinate clause. As there is a subordinate clause, the sentence is complex sentence. So we see the given sentence is a complex sentence. In order to change that complex sentence into a simple sentence, we have to use two phrases. In case of your avoiding laziness, you will become a successful person, or in case of, in the event of, both any one of these things can be used. Then we can go to the compound sentence. When we write the compound sentence, we should need one main clause in the beginning. So avoid laziness and you will become a successful person and is used there. Okay, is it clear that if clause? Then that is the same condition is there in the negative condition. If clause is the positive condition part and unless is the negative condition part. And it is very easy to identify the phrases because if we use the in case of, in the event of. Here, in unless we will use in case of not, in the event of not. That is the only, not only will be changed. Then another one we want to make in mind, keep in mind is when we use if in positive condition, if is used in negative condition, unless is used. Unless is used in negative condition. Then there in if clause, that positive condition we use the and. Here we use or else otherwise. Like a warning we use it, or else otherwise. We can see in simple sentence what is used in case of not or in the event of not. In complex sentence we used unless, in compound sentence or else otherwise. See the first example. Yeah, in the event of children not being vaccinated, they will fall ill. In the event of children not being vaccinated, they will fall ill. First itself we used that in the event of what is the subject, who should be vaccinated? Children only. So we used the subject also after that in the event of children not being vaccinated. Okay. So that being is are. Am is are, was, were, are, being. Okay, ing form of that verbs should be used. That is why being is used. Then we can say unless children are vaccinated. When we use it as a phrase, we can are instead of are, we can use being. Not only instead of are, we can use ing form of is, are, was, were, are. What is ing for are means are, were, being is the is, are, was, and were. Is a percentage was past tense. Okay. Is present tense was the past tense. That is the only difference. Okay. So being can be used as a form where was everywhere means are for means are was. Okay. Being is the ing form. Can you change me as host? Change me as host. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, thank you. So this is the case of unless and if. That is unless and if. That is very simple to remember. Okay, so for unless, I will conclude that unless and if again. That you contrast reason, timing to you are thorough with part also. Condition, how to. Okay, if and unless also completed. Okay, if and unless. See, for another example, in case of you are not helping him, you will suffer a lot. What is the main loss here? What is the main loss here? He will suffer a lot is the main loss. Okay, in case of you are not helping him, that is in case of you are not is there, so unless. So we can write unless you help him. Unless you help him. So we can write it unless you help him. Unless you help him, he will suffer a lot. Okay. Then in help you must. This is something like a compulsion we will tell, or obligation we will tell. So you must or you should help him. Help him, or he will suffer a lot, or he will suffer a lot. That is the first question. The next one, unless you help him, he will suffer a lot. You must help him, otherwise he will suffer a lot. That is an example given. Then we can go to the exercise part. Unless you run fast, you will miss the bus. This is in complex or compound or simple. Which form is given here? Which form is given here? Unless is used. Which form is the? Yes, this is a complex sentence. This is a complex sentence. So we can change this into simple first. That means in case of you're not running fast. In case of you're not, in case of sorry, you're not running fast. Okay, you will miss the bus. In case of you're not running fast, you will miss the bus. Otherwise, you can write, you must run fast. Otherwise, you will miss the bus. You must run fast. Otherwise, you will miss the bus. You must run fast. Otherwise, you will miss the Bus. That is the answer. Both answers are correct. Then in the event of our not working overtime, we will not finish the work. See, in the event of not working overtime, what is used here, whether it is a simple or complex or compound sentence, what kind of sentence it is? Yes, this is a simple sentence. The phrase is used, so this is a simple sentence. Then we can go to the complex part and compound part. What is the complex part? What conjunction can be used? Okay, very good. Unless can be used. Unless can be used. Unless we work overtime. I told you unless we work, to get this we, the subject is we can get the question. So our not working, that point also shows that the subject is we. That both the points we caught from this both the point only, the subject is we. Okay, that is the reason. So unless we work overtime, we will not finish the work. Okay, unless we work overtime, we will not finish the work. Then see the next one. The next one we can see, that is unless, then or else. Okay, we must, there also we chose the subject we must work overtime, otherwise we will not finish the work. We must work overtime, otherwise we will not finish the work. Otherwise, instead of otherwise we can use or. We must work overtime or we will not finish the work. Otherwise also can be used. We must work overtime, otherwise we will not finish the work. That is the three ways to change the same sentence into compound sentence. Okay, we can go to the next example. We must show a huge profit, otherwise we will not get a good incentive. See this one. We must show a huge profit. We must show. What kind of sentence it is? Otherwise is used. Okay, that is compound sentence only. The sentence given is in compound sentence. And now we are going to change the sentence into a simple sentence. So what should be used? In case of your not showing huge profit, we will not get a good incentive. In case of our not showing good profit, we will not get a good incentive. That is the in case of not or in the event of not. Then when we change this into complex sentence, we can use unless. We can use unless. Unless we show a huge profit, we will not get a good incentive. Unless we show a huge profit, we will not get a good incentive. That is the example for that. And by seeing the example, I understood that we have unless and if for condition. If is the positive condition, unless is the negative condition. If the case is if means in compound sentence, we will write using and that will be an imperative sentence. When we use unless, we will not use okay, we will not use and. That what we will use otherwise or else can be used as coordinating conjunction, and the sentence will be like a compulsion. We must, we should, like that it will go. Then in there is a similarity in simple sentence. When we use in simple sentence, in case of in if, in case of not, in unless, in case of, in the event of, in if clause, in if sentences, in case of not, in the event of not, in unless sentence. That is the only difference. And in complex sentence, positive condition means if is used, negative condition means unless is used. I think it is clear. Okay, any doubt you can ask. Okay, then next is another interesting type, that is result. Another interesting type is result. That means sometimes I am very tired, so I cannot cook today. Okay, I am very tired, so I cannot cook today. Like that, that's such a sentence. That is when we see this kind of sentence, we think that it is a reason. Really, it is not a reason. We cannot take it as a reason. We can take that sentence as a result. Why it is a result? I am tired. The result of that, because of that, that result is I cannot cook today. So that case, I did not say I am tired. I told that I am very tired. Extreme case. We are talking about extreme case means we need not to talk about the reason. Then it will be result only. So I am very tired, so I cannot cook today. That means very extreme case. So we will use to in simple sentence, so that in complex sentence, very and so in compound sentence. Okay, you have it to note down this one. But we will use to in simple sentence, so that in complex sentence, very and so in compound sentence. See, another similarity I will show you here. Told you, so that to very and so. Another similarity is can or cannot, could not. Cannot or could not is common. Cannot or could not is common. What is common? Common words, cannot or could not. Something is like this, so I cannot do or I could not do. Why we use cannot and could not? Where we can use cannot? Where we can use could not? What tense we can use cannot? Which tense we can use cannot? Yes, very good. It is in present tense we will use cannot. Okay, in past tense we will use could not. That's all. Very simple matter. Can first could. In present tense we will use can. Not is necessary, cannot. So it is cannot. In past tense it will be could not. That is simple present and past tense matter only. See this one. We are going to see some examples. To, so that, very and so. To, so that, very and so, can, could. Okay, that you keep in mind. And we can go to the example part now. The beggar is too old to run. The beggar is too old to run. The beggar is very old. Instead of telling very old, we used too old. Instead of telling very old, we used too old. The beggar is too old. That means very old. There is that is the reason. What is the reason? The beggar is old. Too old. That is why we took this into result. Okay. Beggar is too old. That means the beggar is very old. To run. Instead of writing cannot run, in simple sentence we wrote this as a small phrase called to run. The beggar is too old to run. That means he cannot run only. In simple sentence, we to run itself will show that cannot run. Okay, it will show that cannot run. See, come to the, this is simple sentence. We can come to the complex sentence. When you come to the complex sentence, both the sentence part should have a subject and verb. So we will take the beggar is so old. This two, T-O-O-2 will be changed to so. Okay. This to run part will be changed to he cannot run. So that also small conjunction, so that is taken as the conjunction for result. But so is used instead of to or very. So is used instead of to or very. In which meaning we use so? To or very. So is used instead of to or very here. That you write note. Okay. So you see this one. The beggar is too old to run. The beggar is so old that he cannot run. Why we did not use could not run? Here we used cannot run only. Here we used cannot run. Why we used could? We did not use could not run. But if it is wrong when we use could not run, why? What is this? What did you understand? Okay, the question is in present tense. You see, beggar is given, so it is present tense. Okay, what is the past tense of is? What is the past tense of is? Okay, very good. That is was. Past tense of is Was only. Was is given means past tense. Is given means present tense. So the beggar is too old to run. The beggar is so old that he cannot run. Not possible. Like that only we should take. The beggar is very old. Compound sentence you say. Instead of so we used very. The beggar is very old. And so is the conjunction. This is coordinating conjunction. This is coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction is used in compound sentence. Okay, that is so that is subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunction is used in subordinate clause. Subordinate clause. Subordinate clause is otherwise known as dependent clause. Dependent clause. Main clause is otherwise known as independent clause. These points you have to keep in mind. Okay, main clause is otherwise known as independent clause. Subordinate clause is otherwise known as dependent clause. So that is a subordinating conjunction, and so is a coordinating conjunction. Okay, it is a coordinating conjunction. Grammatically, they is listed out like this. As it is, you have to keep in mind subordinating, coordinating, which are subordinating, which are coordinating like that. Okay, then I think we can go to the exercise part now. Okay, the load is too heavy for me to carry. The load is too heavy. Which tense is used here? Which is tense used here? Is. Okay, which tense is used here? Very good, that is in present tense. So we will use cannot or could not we will use. Yes, because it is a present tense, so we can use cannot only. So the load is too heavy. Too is instead of so, or it is instead of very. Okay, the load is very heavy. The load is so heavy that I cannot carry it. That I cannot carry. You can use it also. I cannot carry this thing. That is why it. The load is very heavy, and so this is compound sentence. Very heavy. Instead of so heavy, we used very heavy. The load is so heavy. The load is very heavy. Okay, this so. Okay, that. Instead of that, very, and so. The load is very heavy, and so I cannot carry it. Cannot is used because it is in present tense. And this is with answer. Okay, we can go. Okay. Then next one, we can see the next one, exercise part. The sum is too difficult that I cannot understand. The sum is so difficult that I cannot understand. What is the sentence given? Which sentence is given here? Which sentence is given here? Okay. What is the sentence given? Okay. So that. So the sentence given is in complex sentence. The given sentence is in complex sentence. How will you change the complex sentence into compound form? How can you change this? Okay. Complex sentence into compound form means so that will be changed to very and so. The sum is very difficult and so I cannot understand. If you change this into a simple sentence, what is there? In simple sentence, it is very simple to remember. Two. Okay, the sum is too difficult. The sum is too difficult to understand. Okay, the sum is too difficult to understand. That is the answer. The sum is too difficult to understand. Then that is the first answer. The second one, he was very lazy and so he could not lead comfortable life. Very and so. What kind of sentence it is? This is a compound sentence. This is a compound sentence. We are going to change this into simple. Means we will use to. He was too lazy to lead. Simple sentence only, so we need not write to could not. Okay, he is very lazy to lead a comfortable life. Okay, then next one, symbol compound complex form means he was so lazy that he could not lead comfortable life. Was Was only should be used because could. Okay. Then Bharat is too arrogant to apologize. To. Present tense is, so cannot only will be used. Bharat is so arrogant that he cannot apologize. Bharat is so arrogant that he cannot apologize. Okay. Then Bharat is very arrogant and so he cannot apologize. Bharat is very arrogant and so he cannot apologize. Like that only, this point should be kept in mind. That is, we have to think that for result part, there is only to then, so that can or cannot, cannot or could not, then very and so cannot or could not. This things we can use in order to make this into simple, compound and complex in result part. Then another thing is relative pronoun. Do you know what are the relative pronouns? What are the relative pronouns? Okay, relative pronouns we know they are who. Examples are who, whom, whose, which, that. Am I right? Which, that, then sometimes where, when. This is the place where he was born. Okay, this is the time when my father bought a new puppy. Like that, we can use such words also for relative pronoun. Who, whom, whose, which, that, when, where, etc. can be used as relative pronouns. Okay, which, that, where. Okay, relative pronouns. When we combine sentences using relative pronouns, sentences will be simple or compound or complex. What is your idea? When we add relative pronouns, sentence will become phrase or subordinate clause or main clause. What will be the, yes, that will be only subordinate clause. That will be, sentence will become subordinate clause only. When we add relative pronouns, sentence will become subordinate. That part will become subordinate clause. Okay, relative pronoun means that part will become subordinate clause. So, subordinate clause means that will be a complex sentence. Subordinate clause means that will be a complex sentence. And when you change that into compound sentence, we can use and. And can be used. You can use and when you change this into compound sentence. When you change the sentence into a compound sentence, and can be used. When you change the same sentence into a simple sentence, there is no rule. Meaning wise you combine. Meaning wise you combine. Okay. Using combine, using meaning wise. Okay. Sometimes like adjective forms. Adjectives. Sometimes you will form adjectives. Okay. That is the, okay, very good. Yes, yes. See this one. First we will see one example. First we will see one example. This is Ram. This is Ram. Okay, we will see the example. This is Ram. He is the leader of our class. Okay. See, two sentences are given. We are going to combine using relative pronoun. This is Ram. Which relative pronoun is suitable? Who. The relative pronoun who is suitable here. So this is Ram, who is the leader of our class. What is the answer? Who is the leader of our class? This is a complex sentence. And let me ask you what kind of sentence the question. First one also a simple sentence, second one also a simple sentence. We are combining that both the simple sentences into another simple sentence, another complex sentence, another compound sentence. Okay, this is Ram, who is the leader of our class. This is Ram, and he is the leader of our class. What is that sentence? And we used and. Then what is that sentence? That is a compound sentence. This is Ram, and he is the leader of our class. Then how cleverly we changed this in this simple sentence. Ram is, this is Ram, we closed this point. Okay, we closed, how we will change this one? This is Ram, we don't need it. He, we don't need. Ram is the leader of our class is enough. Ram is the leader of our class. You combine meaningfully. You combine meaningfully. That is enough. Okay. You combine meaningfully. That is enough for relative pronoun. We will see more examples for relative pronouns now. That is my key was missing. I found it. Another example. My key was missing. I found it. Both the sentences are simple, small, two simple sentences. Both are two small, simple sentences. I found my key, which was missing. My key was missing, which I found it also can be the answer. But it is nice to write in a standard way, meaningfully. I found my key. I found it. I found what? I found my key. I found my key. So we wrote which was missing. Which was missing. See, that is a complex sentence. That is a complex sentence. See the compound form. For the compound form, we can use and alone. My key was missing. My key was missing, and I found it. You come to the first given sentence itself and combine this with the and then it will become a compound sentence. Then very easily it will become a compound sentence. My key was missing, and I found it, and I found it. Then when we think of the simple sentence, it is very easy again. You come to this point, I found what I found. It, we changed it. My missed key was missing, only already missed. So we can say my missed key, missed key. That word missed we wrote as an adjective here. We formed an adjective. Key is the noun. Okay, what kind of key? Missed key. Missed key. I found what? I found my missed key. In this way, we have to use our common sense to make simple sentence while we use what? Relative pronoun. See, my key was missing, I found it. I found my key which was missing. There in compound complex sentence we used which, and in compound sentence we used and here we combined these points very clearly. Okay. Then next one, we will see whether exercises are there. Very good. The performance of these students has been outstanding. They will be given special prizes. The performance of these students has been outstanding. They will be given special prizes. Okay. Well, how we can change this? How we can change this into complex now? How we can change this into complex now? Okay. Otherwise, you change this into compound. Compound means what we can use and can be used. How will you write the and? The performance of these students has been outstanding, and they will be given special prizes. And they will be given special prizes. Okay. Then next one in the complex. Okay. The performance. The students whose performance, write down, performance has been outstanding will be given special prizes. This is the complex form. The students whose performance has been outstanding will be given special prizes. See here, subject the students. The students, I will write it. The students whose performance has been outstanding. Okay, this is the point. Students whose performance has been outstanding will be given prizes. Given prizes. Who will be given prizes? The students will be given prizes. Why they will be given prizes? Whose outstanding, whose performance has been outstanding. You have to frame like this. When we use a relative pronoun, you have to frame. Some sentences will be long. You have to split the points and you have to frame like this. Then only it will be correct. Okay, the students whose performance has been outstanding will be given special prizes. Then that is complex sentence. You have to think in a complex way here, as it is a long sentence. And the compound sentence is very easy. You can write okay. You can write and then how will be change this into simple sentence? The students with outstanding performance will be given special prizes. The students with outstanding performance. Okay. Students with the outstanding performance will be given special prizes. Will be given special prizes. That is the answer. Students with outstanding performance will be given special prizes. Very easily we can conclude this point. See, this is the simple sentence. Okay. Then come to the second question. I work in this college. I studied here. This is, we are talking about a place only. Okay, that is, we are talking about a place. That is, I work in this college. College is a place. So we can think that which relative pronoun can be written. For persons, we will use who, whom, whose, like that. For place, what can be used? Where can be used for places. I work in this college. I studied there. I work in the college where I studied. Then we need not write it there again. Okay. What will be used? Where will be used in complex sentence. Like whose, whom, etc. I work in the college where I studied. Okay. And I work in this college and I studied there. And can be, okay. Okay. I work, okay. I work in this college and I studied there. I studied in this college and I work there. Like that also you can write. Okay. Okay. I studied. Okay. And I work in this college and I studied there. That is the answer. Both the side we have I. Both the side we have I. That is why and can be used. I work in this college and I studied there. Okay. Then next, how we will change this into simple sentence. I studied and work in this college. That is the simple sentence. Why we used and in both simple and compound noun. In compound sentence, we used and. Then before and after and the subject and verbs are present. But in the simple sentence, two verbs are combined. Only two verbs are combined, not two clauses. So and here also. I studied and work in this college. I studied and work in this college. Okay. That is the simple form. Simple form. This is the compound form. And next one. He is Mr. Ramesh. I have given your address to him. Okay, to him, to whom. That whom can be used here. He is Mr. Ramesh. I have given your address to him. Then what is the complex form? He is Mr. Ramesh, to whom. Instead of to him, we write it to whom. That is, to whom is a relative pronoun. To whom I have given your address. Okay, I have given your address. Then when we change this into complex form, this is complex. Into compound form, and can be used. Just he is Mr. Ramesh and I have given your address to him. That's all. Very simple matter. Then when you write simple form, I have given your address to Mr. Ramesh. That's all. Into this very cleverly. I have given your address to Mr. Ramesh. Okay, good. Up to that we can stop now. Okay. Sentences are the we have to relate pronoun also. Yes, yes. Okay, we can, I will tell the answers. Simple sentence has dash main clause. Simple sentence has only one main clause. Okay, one main clause and one or more phrases. That is the form of simple sentence. Then compound sentence has dash conjunction. Okay, compound sentence. In compound sentence, we can find the coordinating conjunction only. We will not have a subordinating conjunction in compound sentence. Subordinating conjunctions are found in complex sentences, and there are in compound sentence we have coordinating conjunctions. Then a complex sentence has dash conjunction. Which kind of sentence? Complex sentence means we have a subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunction in complex sentence we have a subordinate clause. In order to connect a subordinate clause, there are subordinating conjunctions. Okay. Fourth question is and is a dash conjunction. And is a coordinating conjunction only. It is found in compound sentences. And I gave another option also, correlating. Correlating conjunction also found in compound sentences. But correlating conjunctions are either or, neither nor, both and, like that. Twins, like it will be two words will be there in correlating conjunctions. So and is not a correlating conjunction, and alone will appear, so that is a coordinating conjunction. Okay, so first one only one main clause, second one coordinating conjunction, third question subordinating conjunction, fourth question coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction can be seen in a okay, very good. And this is the answers. These are the answers. Okay, we learned today we learned that is contrast reason, timing 1, timing 2, then condition if and unless, then we learned result also. Okay, what are the things we learned today? Very easy to remember. That is, we learned the contrast, then next reason, then time 1, time 2. What is the difference between time 1 and time 2? Time 1 means immediate timings, time 2 means later timings only. Time 1, time 2. Then we learned the condition. How many kinds of condition we learned today? Unless and if and unless we learned. Then we went for result 2 to that result also we learned. Okay, then we learned another part is relative pronouns also we completed. Relative pronouns. Okay. Thank you very much.